Hi, my name is Maricela, a student from UT Tyler Occupational Therapy Program. We're going to go over a documentary, and it's called Behind Closed Doors. If you have not seen it, I advise you to go watch it. It's in the captions below where you can put a link and you can go watch it. Just a little brief of the video. It's about women who are in prison and they've all experienced some type of trauma. So I have an assignment for number 1. It says choose a client from the video. I chose Sandy. I'm not for sure how you say her last name, so I apologize if I butcher it. It's a Hessler, okay? So Sandy Hessler, she first joined prison at the age of 13. It doesn't say why she did, but that's not important because we're going over her mental health. And as therapists, we have to go past that, okay? We look at the person and we try to help them as the best we can. So just a little bit about the client is at the age of 12, she was raped by one of her dad's friends. The dad really didn't believe it. She was abused mentally, physically, and sexually. So she presents with stuff like PTSD, emotional dysregulation. She has difficulties with trust, and she probably even has lacking of social skills. Again, as occupational therapists, we are not allowed to diagnose. However, we're just going with what she presents of what we think she has. I do want to mention in the video, she talks about how she just wants to talk to someone that she can trust, because deep down she's just like you and I. She says she was suffering enough, and she even mentioned how like 7 months ago she wanted to die. So suicidal thoughts were in her head. So let's go to the next question. Number 2, write a 30-minute treatment plan for her before the 1 year later time. So before the 1 year later time, she was already feeling suicidal. So we need to address that. We need to be calm with our first session. We only have 30 minutes with her. So with the first maybe 5 to 10 minutes, I would gather and build rapport. I think that's really important to let her know that she's in a safe space, that I'm not here to hurt her. I mean, she has been physically, mentally abused. So I probably would just listen to her, be non-judgmental, and just very, very calm. It doesn't matter that she was in prison. We need to see the whole person. We need to help her as occupational therapists. I would also, in the treatment, go teach coping skills. Those are really quick. It doesn't take much time. It's something that she needs. It's very beneficial to her. We'd go over like deep breathing, grounding techniques, mindfulness, coaxing strategies, relaxation, just little things like that. We would even go stress management tools. I would tell her maybe to start journaling. From our first session, I would want her to journal, and then we would continue that. I think I would want to also educate her on her triggers and know what her stress response is, like maybe her to find out what her symptoms are, and she can write that in her journal. I might even do a quick assessment, like the role checklist. Number 3, what made you choose the activities for her? So I kind of already mentioned this with number 2, but the reason why I wanted to do grounding and mindfulness and breathing techniques is because I want to reduce the psychological responses, okay? She's overwhelmed, she's fearful, she's traumatized, and that is why we want to do that. We want to make sure that she's calm and that she can trust us, okay? I also mentioned that I would want to do the role checklist, and the reason why I would want to do that, I did not explain it in the last question, is because I want to know what she likes, and we can go from that further into sessions where we can do like creative expression with painting and art, and we can talk about that. Another activity I would do, and I didn't even mention this in number 2, I might even have her do a collage. I might have magazines and be like, okay, I want you to cut pictures out of these magazines at how you feel now and how you want to feel in the future. And I think this is a very great self-reflection of yourself, of where you are now and where you want to be, and then how we can work on that. I think that's very great. And I think that's just something you can even have the whole session on. Number 4, what do you recommend for your client to continue to be successful? Well, and to continue to be successful, we would be pretty much doing the activities that I suggested. So things like finding something meaningful for her, that's what I want her to do, is find out from that role checklist we did, and then I want her to continue doing that and see when she journals to document, is she like less stressed that day? I think that would be really great. Also, we need the ongoing OT support. That is how she can be successful. And how are we going to do that? We're going to see who is supporting her. We're going to be talking with maybe her social worker. We're all going to collaborate and see that she continue to get these services. Also, we're going to continue the coping and the breathing strategies to be successful. Perhaps we'll even try some yoga. We'll continue doing those things so she can be able to control her triggers and not be so fearful. Thank you for watching my video. Until next time I see you.